Welcome back to a supplemental video on the charging system. Please feed the YouTube algorithm by giving the video a like. If you want to see more like this, click subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. If you want to chip in on my expenses, I now have Patreon and YouTube memberships. The one thing that I had a problem with was when I was charging, it just ran down my 12-volt battery because the DC to DC was not turned on. The only way it turned on before is when you physically turn the key switch, and that's not good. I don't want to park my car to charge it and have to leave the key switch on and walk away. So I came up with a solution. The charger, the little board, has a switchable output pin, and it will drive 200 milliamps of current to an output, and you can map it into different states of what's happening inside. The charger will drive the logic of that pin. So what I need to do is wire the output of 1 to the DC to DC relay and set out 1 to charge. I only want it to close the relay in charging mode, being driven by the charger. So that's what I've done. I got that set up. Now the other thing that needs to drive the DC to DC is continuing with when the key switch is on. And so in either of those two cases, I want them to turn the DC to DC on. So that's kind of a logical or. This charging or that key switch turned on. And that's easy to do if you just wire those two things together and drive the coil of the relay. But in electricity flows everywhere. You have very little control over it. And I didn't want the charger output feeding back into the switched 12-volt DC circuit when the key switch isn't on. And the same thing, I don't want the 12 volts to drive into the charger output when I'm not charging but the key is on. So what I did is I made up a little cable, and there are 2 diodes buried in here. Diodes let current flow in only one direction. So with a diode on each of those pins with the current allowed to flow to the relay, I've made a logical OR function electrically with 2 diodes. And they both will handle 1 amp up to 200 volts. They're 1N4003s that just happen to be lying around in a drawer in the workshop over there. So the way we're going to test this is I will look at the voltage of the 12-volt battery now, 12.57. I'm going to turn the key. This should jump up to 14 point something, and we should hear the DC to DC relay click on. The system is fully booted up, working as it had before. Key switch, driving the relay, DC to DC, pumping up the pack. All right, let me switch that off and get set up for a charging session. I realized I forgot to take actual video of my final charge, so I just want to reassure you that my diode system on the relay is working fine. The DC to DC is enabled and keeping the 12-volt system running either while on a charge or while the key is switched and we're driving. And that also drives the fan in both of those cases, pulling cool air in and blowing hot air out. The 12-volt system is good. My app shows we're charging at 19 amps through the V2. The charger says we're charging at just over 20 amps, which is perfect. And if I say show config, I've changed the maximum pack voltage to 142, and I'm going to watch and see that it gracefully ends the charge shortly above 142 like they recommended from Thunderstruck. So we're just going to let this go. All right, I'm just noticing we're half a volt over my maximum limit, and the current is starting to come down. It's bouncing around between 11 and 12 right now, down from 20. So that's a good sign that it's ramping down the charge. But I I set up 142 for a reason, not for you to just blow past it. Philosophically, I'm not thrilled, but we'll see. All right, we're pretty much at the end of the charging cycle. We're still at a half a volt above my maximum voltage limit, but we're down to 3 amps or 2 amps as being read by the V2's current sensor. So I'm going to call that a terminated charging session and successfully wrap up the charging section of this beast. Problem I had with going half a volt over of what I had set in the console. I've decided it's not that big a deal. I reset the high voltage to 144.0, watched it very, very carefully. The voltage went to 144.5, and then the current started dropping off, and it went down to like 1 amp when I finally disconnected the charger, and it never went above 144.5, and that is well below even the safe high limit voltage of this pack. So I'm safely below the safe level of charging, and I'm completely happy with this, and I'm calling the charging system done and complete. Just before we wrap up, I want to thank my Patreons, Peter Bouvier and Puppy, for their support. We also just popped over 2,000 subscribers, which is quite a nice milestone for my little channel. All support is greatly appreciated. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if so, please give it a thumbs up. I see that 81% of the viewers aren't subscribed. Please do, as it does help the YouTube algorithm. Take care and see you next time.